You're watching the Spotlight here on MMA Draft. I'm Frank Trigg. This week we are talking to Jeff Pelton, who just won the Michigan Combine for MMA Draft. Great job, by the way, on that one.
Thank you.
I heard the competition was pretty stiff. You came away as the winner, but what did you learn about yourself as a competitor coming through that?
Well, what I learned was I kind of learned the areas that I needed to work on a little bit. I learned that wrestling is my strong suit and that I need to work on my boxing a little bit and my jiu-jitsu a little bit. And in time, I feel that once I get that down packed, I'm going to be a force to be reckoned with.
You're weighing about 170 right now, and you fight at 155.
Yeah.
You've been wrestling since third grade, so you have that wrestler's mentality. Are you a real 170-pound fighting at 55, or are you like I used to be? I'm at 185 fighting at 70, but I was having to diet even when I wasn't in training camp to keep the weight at 185. You having to do the same thing to keep 170?
No, I weigh 170 right now. Like I could step on the scale and be 170. So I only cut 15 pounds. It's not too bad.
Yeah,
I wrestled 149 and then 157. So
that was my next question when you were at Notre Dame. What was your weight classes at Notre Dame? Being a four-time All-American out of Notre Dame is difficult. It's a tough program to get into, and then a tougher program to stay into because of the academics, but then be able to All-American at the same time. That's a huge pat on your back, and you should be very proud of that accomplishment because
thank you.
There's very few people pull that off, to be honest. Now, why MMA? Like, I understand the ability because all the wrestlers first came in with Coleman and Kerr and Kenny Monday and all these guys all jumped in, had a quick dip in MMA in the very beginning. A lot of guys stayed with it, like Couture and Henderson and Lindland, myself. We stuck with it afterwards. But for a while, there were a lot of wrestlers weren't jumping in, they weren't coming over. They were going on to other things, essentially because there's more money to be made with your college degree than there is in MMA. Like you can make more doing what you want, doing what you educate yourself to do. Why did you choose MMA over everything else?
Well, I chose the path of MMA because when I was younger, I didn't really have like anyone to look up to as a pro athlete in my sport because my sport was wrestling. You know what I mean? So I kind of just, I feel that this is the professional sport for wrestling. It's what I want. I want younger kids to be able to, have someone to look up to when they're doing something and kind of just give back and help the sport of wrestling grow as well.
Now,
as well as MMA too.
I get notes from MMA Draft for these interviews, and one of the interviews that stuck out, one of the notes I get that stuck out in front of me, you took a fight with no ring training, and you fought and you won. You just walked in there and started fighting. Is that correct?
Yeah.
That was the first time you ever fought. You said it.
Yeah, I haven't fought in a few years actually, and the first time I ever fought, one of my buddies and best friends was fighting, and they're like, dude, you should do it, and like I was like, all right, and I went in there, gave it a shot, pretty much just grounded and pounded the guy, and that was it.
Now you just said you haven't fought in a few years. What have you been doing?
Well, I've been wrestling. I only really like fought during the summer and just when I could here and there, and I graduate in May. So I seen the opportunity for the MMA draft. I was like, well, this is an opportunity for me to, be able to go from that next step from wrestling to fighting. And
I'm sorry. I thought you graduated at the beginning of this last fall. I thought you just graduated. I didn't realize you had one more semester.
Last year was my senior year of wrestling of eligibility, and this is my 5th year.
Okay.
I'm done in May.
Well, you're a 55 pounder, which makes you a small guy. MMA Draft, obviously, Uriah Faber is one of the patriarchs of the company. Are you thinking about making a move out to Sacramento to train with the rest of the guys who are all about your height? All the other dwarfs. Let's be honest, all the small guys. Let's just be honest.
I'm not that little. I'm like 5'11".
You're the tallest guy there. That's the best part about it. You'd be a giant you'd like Snow White amongst the dwarfs. It's perfect.
Yeah.
You think about making a move out there?
If the opportunity comes along, my girlfriend wants to move out there. We're sick of this weather out here. So if the opportunity comes, then yes, I would love to.
I can almost guarantee you the opportunity will come up. Like Uriah's always looking for new talent to come in, especially wrestling talent. Fresh out of school wrestling talent that has the newest and biggest game coming in. He always wants those guys coming out there. So I guarantee that he'll be making a phone call to you pretty soon. You can make that jump in.
Yeah, I hope so.
The question is trying to convince the girlfriend to make the move.
Yeah. Oh, she's on board. She's
good. It's Sacramento. I mean, come on, it's great. It's Northern California. It's still got some seasons. It's just not as cold as the East Coast, which is why I left New York. It's just
she wanted San Diego, but
which isn't bad because of course the other patriarch for MMA draft, of course, is Phil Davis, who's down in San Diego. So that's not a bad spot either. Is go down with San Diego, down in San Diego to Alliance Training Center. I actually spent a little bit of time when I'm in California down Alliance, and it's a great spot as well. It's driving distance versus the flying distance of trying to get to Sacramento, which is why I don't see Uriah as much as I should. But for sure, California's a great spot to go, especially if you can get your significant other to agree to it.
For sure.
Well, Jeff, thanks for coming out here to the Spotlight with MMA Draft. I appreciate it. We'll talk again soon.
Thanks for having me.